In the shadows where truth and tales intertwine, we find the thrilling, the chilling, the downright spine-tingling. From the paranormal to the peculiar, every echo has a story. Dare to delve into the unexpected, the unexplained? Brace yourself, for you're about to embark on a journey where fear meets fascination. Stay tuned if you dare, for stories that will make your heart race and your mind ponder. Welcome to the realm of the eerie, the realm of the unknown. And remember, like and subscribe, if you dare. Have you ever wondered what it's like to be a werewolf, to feel the beast within raging for freedom? In the late 17th century, in what is now modern-day Latvia, lived an elderly man named Thiess of Livonia. Life had dealt Thiess a hard hand, relegating him to the harsh existence of a beggar. His daily survival depended on the kindness of strangers, his nights spent in the cold embrace of the streets. But destiny had a peculiar plan for Thiess. One fateful day, Thiess crossed paths with a rascal, a mysterious individual with a mischievous glint in his eyes. This rascal, in an inexplicable act, drank a toast to Thiess. Now this was not your everyday toast. It was a toast laced with a potent power that would forever alter the course of Thiess's life. As the liquid coursed through his veins, Thiess was imbued with the power of a werewolf. Imagine for a moment the sensation, the rush of strength, the primal instincts, the transformation from a frail beggar to a formidable creature of the night. Thiess was no longer a mere man, but a werewolf, a being with the power to instill fear and awe in equal measure. The power didn't stop with Thiess, though. It was transferable. Just as the rascal had toasted him, Thiess found he could do the same for others. He could bestow the gift, or perhaps the curse, of lycanthropy upon anyone he chose. It was a power that came with a heavy responsibility, one that Thiess would soon come to understand in all its complexity. The life of a werewolf was not all power and fear, though. There were rules, rituals, and obligations. Thiess and his fellow werewolves were bound to transform on 3 nights a year, their actions on these nights having far-reaching consequences for their community. And so our beggar was no longer just a man, but a creature of the night, a werewolf. On 3 nights a year, Thiess underwent a monstrous transformation. As the clock chimed midnight, the quiet man we once knew vanished, replaced by a creature of the night, a werewolf. Thiess, along with his fellow Livonian werewolves, would succumb to the call of the wild, their bodies contorting and shifting under the light of the moon. The transformation was not a thing of horror, but of a strange, primal beauty. Their bodies would ripple and reshape, bones cracking and reforming as they took on the form of their lupine alter egos. Their eyes would glow with an otherworldly light, reflecting the moon's brilliance with a haunting intensity. Once transformed, these werewolves would wander through the silent countryside. They were not aimless in their journey, though. Each step they took was purposeful, leading them to the local farms where they would partake in a feast of the livestock. The smell of roasting meat would fill the air as they seasoned their catch with salt and cooked it over an open fire. This was not a mindless act of savagery, but a ritualistic feast, a gathering of creatures who shared a bond that transcended the human understanding of community. Their feast served more than just to satiate their hunger. It fortified them, gave them the strength they needed for the journey that lay ahead. A journey that would take them across the sea, into a realm that existed beyond the boundaries of our mortal understanding, a place shrouded in darkness and fear, a place we know as hell. As the last embers of their feast died out, they would set off. Their eyes, now glowing with an unquenchable fire, were set on one goal. They were not just creatures of the night. They were warriors, ready to battle the forces of darkness. Their journey was not one of conquest, but of retrieval, to reclaim what was stolen by the witches under the devil's command. Fueled by their feast, they journeyed into the depths of hell, ready to confront the devil himself. Their mission was clear, their resolve unwavering. They were the werewolves of Livonia, the guardians of the night, the warriors of the moon. You may think of werewolves as evil creatures, but Thiess had a different view. This man, who once roamed the countryside in the form of a beast, saw himself as a warrior of the divine, a servant of God. He believed that his transformation into a werewolf was not a curse, but a divine calling. a calling to fight the devil and his witches who were wreaking havoc on the mortal world. In the darkened corners of the underworld, Thiess and his pack of benevolent werewolves pursued the witches who had stolen the grain and livestock from the human world over the year. The stakes were high. If they failed in their mission, the harvest would suffer, and humans would face a year of scarcity and hardship. It was a daring venture, one filled with danger and uncertainty. But for Thiess, it was a mission ordained by God himself. A mission to reclaim what was stolen, to restore balance, and to bring justice to those who sought to harm God's children. These nocturnal escapades, these battles fought under the cloak of darkness, were not acts of mindless savagery. No, they were acts of courage, acts of sacrifice, and acts of service. In the eyes of Thiess, each werewolf was a soldier in God's army, each one risking their lives to protect mankind from the devil's minions. And so, every year, on 3 chosen nights, Thiess and his pack would transform. They would feast, they would hunt, and they would fight. They didn't do it for the thrill, nor for the power. They did it for the people. They did it for God. And so Thiess, the werewolf, the servant of God, continued his sacred duty. He did not see himself as a monster, but as a guardian, a protector. In the world that feared him, he found a purpose. In the darkness that enveloped him, he found a cause worth fighting for. In Thiess's eyes, he was not a monster, but a soldier in God's army, protecting mankind from the devil's minions. But not everyone saw Thiess's actions as noble. Indeed, the tale takes a dark turn when Thiess is called to testify in a church robbery case. The elderly man, however, surprised the court by confessing to his past life as a werewolf, a revelation that swiftly changed the course of the trial. This unexpected twist left the courtroom in a state of shock and disbelief as the horrific implications of his confession began to sink in. Thiess, who had once been a mere witness in a case of robbery, now stood accused of a far graver crime. He was charged with heresy, a term that encompassed a wide range of sins against the church, including witchcraft and pagan rites. And though Thiess claimed that his werewolf transformations were acts of service to the Christian community, his confessions were seen as a direct affront to the church. The judges were faced with a dilemma. On one hand, Thiess was confessing to actions that were considered heretical by the church. On the other, he claimed these actions were for the greater good, protecting the community from the devil and his witches. The court wrestled with this paradox, caught between the desire to punish heresy and the need to understand the strange tale that Thiess had woven. As the trial progressed, Thiess further confessed to practicing benevolent folk magic, a confession that only added fuel to the fire. He also admitted that he did not attend church, claiming that he was too old to understand the Lutheran doctrine. These confessions, though seemingly harmless, were seen as further evidence of his heresy. The atmosphere in the courtroom was thick with tension as the trial neared its conclusion. The judges, faced with the task of passing judgment on a man who claimed to be a servant of God, were in uncharted territory. Their decision would not only determine the fate of Thiess, but also set a precedent for future cases involving supernatural claims. Thiess, the benevolent werewolf, stood accused of heresy, his fate in the hands of the judges. The judges were at a loss. What do you do with a self-proclaimed werewolf who claims to do God's work? Their brows furrowed in deep thought, the courtroom heavy with the weight of their impending decision. Thiess, the octogenarian werewolf, stood before them, his eyes gleaming with an unnerving mix of fear and conviction. The Thiess had confessed to practicing benevolent folk magic, a confession that had sent ripples of shock through the courtroom. He spoke of using his powers to heal the sick and aid the needy, of being a force for good in a world beset by darkness. These actions, while noble, were at odds with the teachings of the church, and the judges found themselves caught in a moral quandary. Furthermore, Thiess admitted he hadn't been attending church. When questioned why, he claimed he was too old to comprehend the intricate nuances of Lutheran doctrine. This admission added another layer of complexity to the case. Could a man who didn't understand the church's teachings truly be held accountable for his actions, even if those actions were perceived as heresy? The judges weighed their options, their faces etched with worry and uncertainty. Finally, a decision was reached. Not knowing what else to do with a self-proclaimed werewolf who practiced magic and failed to attend church, the judges passed their judgment. Thiess was to be flogged and banished, never to set foot in Jürgensburg again. The sentence was harsh, a testament to the fear and confusion that had gripped the courtroom. The elderly werewolf took his punishment in silence, his face stoic as the whip lashed against his frail body. As he was led away, a hush fell over the courtroom. The judges watched him go, their faces a mix of relief and regret. They had done what they felt was necessary, but the question remained, had justice truly been served? And so Thiess was banished, a misunderstood hero in the eyes of some, a dangerous heretic in the eyes of others. His tale remains a chilling reminder of the power of belief, the fear of the unknown, and the complexities of justice. And so, our tale of the Campfire Horrors comes to an end. Until next time, sleep tight. Before we part ways, dear viewers, remember to stay vigilant. The Campfire Horrors may have been extinguished for now, but the embers of the unknown always remain. As you lay down to sleep tonight, don't forget the lessons from our tale. Safety is but a fleeting moment in a world of unseen. So, if you've enjoyed this journey into the abyss, don't forget to ring that bell and smash that like button. Do it before the thing under your bed decides to pay you a visit. Oh, and keep those night lights on. You never know what might be lurking in the dark. Thank you for embarking on this terrifying adventure with us, until our paths cross again in another tale of the unknown. Goodbye and sweet dreams, if you can.